Hey guys! I've got my holiday shirt on and I am ready to go. I have a tiny Christmas tree that I'm thinking about putting up somewhere here, but I don't know if it'll fit in the frame. We'll have to see. If you want to see the little Christmas tree, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. I took an extra week off. I was originally going to post a video last Saturday, but I was still recovering from the finale of Supernatural, which has been an experience. I can quite clearly say that I did not enjoy the finale, and I was part of the Sherlock fandom during the big hiatus, and I loved Sherlock's finale. So, I mean, I don't know. I was very disappointed in the finale. I could go into a whole 30-minute rant about my reactions throughout it and just giving commentary on all the things that I personally felt were just out of character and didn't feel like they fit with the narrative of Supernatural. So I'll just continue to forget that episode exists and go back to my happy rewatches, because I was smart enough to buy seasons 1 through 13 on DVD, and I don't think I'll ever be rewatching seasons 14 and 15. But anyway, that is not the reason why I decided to come on here and make this video. I have a sticky note to remind me not to turn this into a Supernatural rant video. Instead, I wanted to talk about the fact that Christmas is coming along. The holidays are already pretty hard for a lot of people, and the fact that we are currently in a global pandemic and certain states are going back into their phase 1 lockdowns again, this is going to be a really, really big year for mental health and mental health issues. And I wanted to bring up dissociation, because I've personally dealt with dissociation due to trauma for various reasons and anxiety, and a lot of people have mentioned that they don't feel like anything is real, or they're having like an out-of-body experience. And for those of you who don't know, who haven't looked into trauma at all, I personally have done a lot of personal research. I haven't received any formal diagnosis for any kind of conditions, but I know that I have some form of anxiety, and I do get triggered, and I don't mean that in the like, oh my gosh, so triggered. No, I mean I actually have the physical bodily reactions whenever something flips the switch and activates bad memories and that kind of stuff. So a lot of people who don't deal with trauma or anxiety don't know that what they're experiencing is a symptom of dissociation. And I just really quickly want to put a disclaimer out here that I am not a psychologist, I am not a therapist, I don't have a background in psychology or therapy. I just have personal research to try and figure out my own personal experience. So I would say, if you want actual therapeutic advice, this is not the place for it. And dissociation is that kind of removal from reality, and it tends to present itself in one of two ways: derealization or depersonalization. Derealization is where you feel that disconnect from the world, like where nothing around you feels real. So a lot of people that are saying none of this feels real, I don't know what I'm like, none of it feels real, they're experiencing dissociation through derealization. Reality doesn't seem real anymore. And for those of you who are having those weird out-of-body experiences, which I don't know that I've seen so much of this as I have the derealization aspect, but for those of you who feel like you're not attached to your physical body, that is also a symptom of dissociation. You're experiencing depersonalization. And it's not really a surprise. We are experiencing a massive global trauma right now. Every single one of us. And if you aren't experiencing these traumatic symptoms right now, you're either incredibly well adjusted or you've dealt with trauma in the past and you already have coping mechanisms. So my best advice to you is to look into derealization, depersonalization, dissociation, anxiety, depression, and PTSD, because I would not be surprised if people had PTSD from this experience, because it is not normal. It is a massive trauma that we are all collectively experiencing, and there are a lot of coping mechanisms that we need to develop if we don't already have them to deal with this. And one of the coping mechanisms that I tend to use is grounding. I already made a video on grounding. I will link it below, but I will also link some resources down below to help you figure out information about dissociation, derealization, depersonalization, and it's not just associated with things like DID and OSDD. It is a symptom of anxiety and trauma and PTSD as well. So I will include links and resources and all that kind of stuff down below. And I just wanted to really quickly make this video to let you know that if you are experiencing dissociation right now, you are totally not alone. I've experienced it. I know people who have personally experienced it. We're all kind of going through it right now. So hopefully I will have more cheerful videos for this holiday season. I'm hoping that I can get some more festive videos that I put in between the Saturday videos as we get closer to Christmas, or whatever holiday you celebrate, religious or otherwise. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!